Hi everyone, this is a video to demonstrate how to create an iPhone app with the Picker View. We'll start with the final product. Now here's the Picker View and a push button and a label text. So whatever the user can choose in this Picker View, and upon hitting this push button, the item that's being selected in the Picker View will be displayed in this label text. Alright, a very simple app. Here are the steps to create this app, and I'm not going to go through each of these steps at this point, but you can use the slide as a reference later on. You'll be working with three different files: the viewcontroller.h, viewcontroller.m, and the viewcontroller.xib. Assume that you have some familiarity on how to create an iPhone app. If not, please feel free to refer to one of my other videos on iPhone development. First thing you should notice is that I've created the IB outlet for the label and the Picker View. To use Picker View, you need to add to your interface two special methods. One is the UIPickerView data source and the UIPickerView delegate. You don't have to do anything extra other than just indicating this in your interface so that when you use the interface builder to connect your UIPickerView to your file's owner item, it will be all set up for you. You need a way to store data for your PickerView. The PickerView does not actually store any data, so you need to have another object that will actually store your data items. So I have an array called cities, and if you look at my .m file, your implementation file, I load this cities array with the data items Vancouver, Toronto, and Calgary in the viewDidLoad method. You also need three other items or three other methods for the Picker View. One is to indicate how many components you'll be working with in your Picker View. I have only one component, basically just one column, so I just return one. I need one to indicate how many items I'm going to populate in this Picker View. And since the cities is basically the object that contains all the data items, I basically need a count of the number of cities to indicate to the Picker View that I'm going to have a Picker View of 3 rows in this case. And then I need a way to allow the Picker View to actually return the data item being selected by the user given the row and a component. And since I only have one component, I can basically just use the row as the index for the cities array to return the data item selected by the user. Alright. Okay, once I've done all these, I'll do this add property setter and getter for the Picker View. And I'm ready to connect. I connect the data source of my Picker View to the file's owner. I connect the delegate to the file's owner. These two outlets are already set up for you for the Picker View. And since you have your interface for the data source and delegate, they'll be ready to connect to the file's owner. You also need to have a referencing object to connect your Picker View to the actual object in your code. And what you do is you will start with a new referencing outlet, connect to the file's owner, and once you have connected to the file's owner, you'll pick the city picker as your object. Alright, we're pretty much done with the Picker View. Now we are working with the push button so that when the user pushes the button, the right item will be returned back. Well, this is the IB action now. Well, what you do is that you grab, reading from the right to left, you pick the row that's being selected in the city picker, all right? Again, this is the picker view, and use that as an index for the city's array to actually pick out the item that's being selected. And then from that, put it into the placeholder for the string with format string, and this being returned as the answer that I use to log, and as well putting into your label box. All right. We're almost there, just to show you that all these outlets are being connected. The data source and delegate and city picker that's been talked about before. For the button, I connect the touch up inside with the picker selected method that we just talked about. And for the label, I connect it with the echo text data item that I've created in my code. And once I've done all these things, I use all these things, by the time that I need to dealloc, I just release all these objects that I've created. And that's about it. Again, here are all the steps that I took to create this simple iPhone app. Again, for your reference. And again, here is the final product with the picker view, the button, and the text that's used to echo whatever the user has selected. Thank you.